Hi, I'm Scott Olson with FounderBuzz, and I'm here with Fred Allegrezza with Venture 3 Systems. Thanks for joining us, Fred.
Oh, thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah. Glad to have you on board, and I was taking a look at your company, and I was hoping that maybe you could start out by just telling us a little bit about yourself and then what you guys do.
Sure. My background is I've been, I think, a serial entrepreneur. We've done a number of startup companies in the past. We've focused primarily on cable businesses and video-oriented businesses. And we got introduced or got involved with building a computer for seniors. So we started this business, Venture 3 Systems, to build our product we call Telekin. And what that is a simplified, easy-to-use computer for seniors and anybody frustrated with today's computers.
Yeah, and I took a look at that. It looks really interesting, and I noticed that you were recently at CES, which is, certainly has its fair share of different products and gadgets and other things. So I was really interested to hear your strategy for taking advantage of that show and how you stood out amongst all of the crowded products.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, CES, we were excited to go to CES because we're really looking to take this product, not just a niche product, but really to go for a broader offering. We found it has a broader appeal. What was interesting at CES is we found CES actually had a separate section called Silver Summit. So Silver Summit focused on products that were designed for seniors and baby boomers. There's folks like TV ears and some other products that were oriented to it, oriented towards, as I said, seniors and baby boomers. So within that section, actually was a nice, as you know, the CES show can be very overwhelming and a lot of blaring products. This was a nice section that was carved out for products in our focus area. So we were able to get a lot of attention and to folks that were looking for products in our segment.
Great. And then kind of the broader picture too is not just at CES, but there's a lot of touchscreen and video, and there's a lot of new technology coming out, and certainly Apple plays in that. And so I think this is a scenario faced by a lot of entrepreneurs where they have a good technology, they've got something out there, but they have to compete with maybe a big incumbent. So I was just wondering if you might be able to share any advice that you might have for other entrepreneurs as they look to compete with a big giant, and how are you successful and how do you plan?
Well, there's a couple aspects. That's what we are doing is we are focusing on a market segment that tends to get ignored by a lot of the high tech. A lot of the high tech focuses on 18 to 34, 18 to 36 segment. We're really focused on the 42, actually to 101. We actually have one of our current users is 101.
Wow.
So we're actually focused on a segment that we think has been underserved by the technology market. I think sometimes, I've been in computers for 35 years, and we've built a lot of very sophisticated systems. And sometimes computers get overzealous in putting more and more features and complexity and competing on features basis. What we really saw was a need to make a computer get back to the basics of a home computer and make something that was really simple to use for a lot of folks that want to use it for home computing, not for a business computer.
Right.
So our sense was, so in competing with a lot of the other computer makers, we're really finding an area of focus. I would say a niche, but we actually think it appeals to a little bit broader than just a niche, but addressing a market that's underserved.
Right.
So that's our primary objective.
So really meeting the needs of a specific market, the best that anybody can do it, and focusing in on your success in that market first.
Yes, I think that's probably shouldn't do this. That's our primary goal, is to really address a market that wants to use a computer, that doesn't use it for business applications, doesn't use it for engineering applications, but really uses it for the basics of web browsing, email, video chat, word processing, spreadsheets, photo editing, but has all those, and they can use this computer without being worried about all the viruses and spyware.
Right.
So it's more of a controlled environment where we actually manage the computer. So we've been in the cable business for a number of years, and the cable box in your home has a lot of software in it, but you don't have to think about updating all the different applications and putting spyware protection. It's a managed device for you. So we try to take that approach and apply it to the computer so that we actually, and I actually like to use the term application system. We actually don't just provide an operating system, but we provide a set of applications that are all integrated and tested that we deliver and download to the box periodically. But when the user gets it, everything is already pre-tested, that it works together, and they're integrated applications. So that's why we like to think of it as an application system.
That makes a lot of sense, and I think it's certainly an approach that is very successful when you're coming to market with a lot of big competitors. So I appreciate you sharing your experience with that today, and appreciate you joining FounderBuzz.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Fred.
Take care.